So I just got home from work a few minutes ago. I'm going to be working on one of my trucks, trying to get it running. So I figured I'll be over by the chickens. I might as well let them out for a while. They're excited. They want to be out. So let's release the wild ones. Ringo will be first, and here they go. Keone, you be good. Keone, come here. Sit down. You be good. I still have two of them that haven't figured out how to get out of there. Here they come. Uh-oh. Now I just have one. Can't quite figure it out. Here we go. I got it. Yay! Here's my roosters. Well, two of those are roosters. That's the first three. They still hang out together. So that poor little hen's going to be all by herself here. But man, look at how pretty he's getting. They're getting their tail feathers. They have that sheen to them. They are very pretty. But they will be going to camp fairly soon. Probably another month or so. Alright, so here is my fence. And this is just to keep the moose out. I could put chicken wire down at the bottom to keep the rabbits out, but since I have raised beds, I really don't have a problem with rabbits getting into my garden. The only animal I have to worry about usually is the Keone. She loves to get into the garden and pick my food prematurely, but also moose. And that's what that white pole is for. And I know they're overkill for how high they are. I just don't want to cut the lengths down. I just left them full length, and I'll go with that. They just slide down into the gate or into the fencing, and that way I'm not ruining anything. And when I am done with them this year, I'll just pull them out and put them underneath my house, and I'll have them again for next year. And if I ever need them for water, I have them for that. But yeah, this is the fencing I put up. So now what I'm planning on doing with those white poles is actually running a string along each one and just going around it, each one of them, all the way around, and then taking some flagging and putting on there so that the moose will see it. And I'll do it about, a little bit higher, maybe pretty much the same as the distance is here. Maybe about 1 foot, maybe 10 inches. I'll run that line around and put the flagging up just so that the moose kind of realize they can't jump over it, because their problem is if they can get their head over the top of it, they think they can jump it, and that'll end up hurting my fence, and it'll also end up hurting the moose. I don't want to do either, so that is the plan. But I did get it around the whole thing. Show you here. And it's fairly nice little setup. It's an easy setup how they have it, but just kind of walk the line here. And I have some nice rose hips I'm going to pick. walk the line here and let you see it from this other direction. So, and this is just temporary. It's just for this year, because actually my garden area, I plan on it going another 20 feet down here, straight across and straight up. So, but that, I have a lot of mess I have to clean up first, and I have a lot of dirt I have to get either hauled in here or moved out. I have a lot of dirt work I have to get done in here to actually make that feasible. But this will protect it for this year from the moose. I am hoping it should do the trick. And I bought all of this fencing, I believe it was last year. It might have been 2 years ago. I made a video about it when I bought it, way back when. And now, when I bought it, I kind of had it planned out in my head that this would be enough fencing. And now I wish I would have bought 4 to 6 more pieces. And I wish I would have got one more gate piece. I only bought one gate piece, and I wish I would have bought another gate piece. So I will probably be saving some money up for that. See how it works out. Just kind of put a little bit aside each time, and maybe next spring buy maybe 4 or 6 more lengths of that. It's nice fencing. It's really easy to put up, for especially if you just want a temporary fence. It's really easy to just throw up. It's definitely not sturdy. It's not going to stop anybody if they really want to get in there, but it's just a deterrent for the animals. You know, I can shake on it a little bit and it's okay, but don't want to do too much of it, because it is just kind of a piece together and work type of fence, just a temporary fence. So, but yeah, that's one project done. You tell me, is it too late to harvest the rose hips? Because there is a lot of them on here. Thinking I'd like to harvest them and try some rose hip tea. Never tried it before. Might be something nice. I do enjoy tea, so I don't know if that's something. Why don't you leave it in the comments below if I can still harvest these, or is it too late? I should have harvested them earlier. I'd appreciate it if you left that in the comments below. This is a bird's eye view. I know it's pay no attention to the mess. I have way too much garbage, and it is too messy, and I'm sorry about that, but that's just how it is for me right now. But I do have the fence up around the garden area. All those white posts all the way around. I have another video that I shot last night. So those white posts, I still have a little bit more work I have to do. I have to decide if I want to drill holes in the white plastic. I still have to get at least 2 more of those to get it finished. I want to put lines through it and put flagging on it so that the moose can kind of see that, hey, there's more to it than just the green fence, and hopefully they won't try to jump over the top of it. It is raining again, so I was planning on working outside tonight because all day while I was at work it wasn't raining. About the time I got off from work it started drizzling, and now it's getting heavier, so that running the sawmill tonight is out of the question. I haven't done that for a while. I need to get on it and get it done, but I have to wait till the rain stops. And Fish Creek is open for dip netting, so I am thinking maybe on Saturday I will get my kayak and head down and see if I can do a little bit of dip netting. Probably end up doing it by myself because nobody else likes dealing with the silt and the mess of Fish Creek. And I don't know, I don't think Kara will be up for it. So I think I will end up probably doing it by myself if I decide to go. I'm not quite sure yet. But that is kind of exciting. It'd be nice to go get a couple fish from Fish Creek because it is so close to home. Not have to go drive a long ways to get a couple of fish. Get a couple of fish in the freezer for winter at least. Not quite sure. I will try, if I do go, I will try to take a camera along and record a little bit of it, but it's so disgusting down there with the silt and stuff that pretty much any clothes you wear, they're ruined, and I do not want to ruin any of my cameras. But we'll see. Take my GoPro maybe and see what happens. Just want to say thank you to everybody who's made it this far. Thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. Still thinking about Fish Creek. Not quite sure because this time of year, right before you do it, it's always exciting and oh yeah, it'll be different this year than it was in the previous years and it'll be great. And then by the time you're done with it, you say, I am never doing that again. It's just so gross and so disgusting. So it's really hard to decide for me because I really want to do it, but it definitely is a slog down there. And if I am doing it by myself, I don't think there's any way I can take my kayak and the dip net, and just all of the equipment that you have to take with you. So I might just end up going down there with the dip net and a small backpack and just making a light trip of it. I know if I got in the kayak, I'd have a lot better luck because I could go down to the mouth, and that's where it seems like everybody catches them, is down at the mouth. But I just don't see how I can physically haul all of it at once. And I can't make multiple trips because by the time I got back to, if I leave the kayak in the pickup, then you run the risk of when you make it back to the pickup, the kayak isn't there anymore. Or if I leave the dip net in the pickup while I'm hauling the kayak down to the river, you run the risk of not having, you're going to lose something. It's just the way things are. And you can't just go drop everything off at the river, drive, go park, and come back because you're just going to be missing all of it. So if I'm by myself, I'm pretty limited on what I can do and my options. So I think if I have to play it by ear until Saturday, I'm thinking I'd really like to go as long as it's not pouring rain, and we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. It's always up in the air with me anyway. Until I do it, it's always up in the air. Well, thank you for watching this edition of Not So Remote Alaska. I'm going to quit rambling. And until next time, may God bless and keep each and every one of you. And with that, I'm out.